Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Barrage, and today we're going to be looking at a board game review. Hey guys, welcome back to Board Game Barrage for another Kickstarter game review. Today we're doing the game Make a Mess by Eclosion Games. So this game is for 2 to 6 players. This version is the Holy Cat edition, which is for everyone. So it's 7 plus, takes about 10 to 30 minutes to play. And yes, there is an 18 plus version. I don't remember what that one's called, but that one I will not be demoing because of some of the cards in it. But this is the one I have for you today, so we're going to run through it. I'll set it up, I'll show you how to play, and then of course we'll be back here and I will let you know what I thought of it and let you know if I recommend it or don't. So let's go take a look and we'll see how it sets up and plays. Alright, let's play Make a Mess, the Holy Cat edition. So, before we start, this is the kid-friendly edition. There is also an adult version if you would rather play that. So here we go. Both versions are basically the same, just the card art and the vulgarness of the cards obviously differs. The game is the exact same. So, quite simply, you're going to get 4 room tiles. You can place them however you want, basically throughout the house. There's nothing... Let's do something like that. That's interesting. No, we'll do that. There we go. There. Basically, as long as everyone knows the layout of the house before the game begins, it's fine. Every player, I'm going to play with 2 people today. Every player is going to get 4 little paw tokens, which are responsibility tokens. Okay? So this player and this player. Quite simple. The object is to get rid of your hand of cards before the other player, or not to be caught by the parents. So, each player is going to get a hand of cards that look like this. They all have different numbers, and the color is the only place that they can be placed. So for example, this pink card can only go in the living room there. Each turn, what's going to happen is you're going to roll the die, which tells you where the parents go. So, pink, TV, you're going to take the parents, and they're going to go there. Then, wherever the cat is, you're going to move the... You can either stay put, unless you're in the room with the parents, then you have to move. Basically, you move the cat to any room that the parents aren't in. So if, say, you were here, you couldn't move to the... living room, you could only move to any adjacent room. Thankfully, the office is in the center, so it's adjacent to all 4, so you can go either to here, here, or you can stay put in the office. After you move the cat, or choose not to move the cat, you place one of your cards that matches the room you're in. If you place down, so like say I'm in the bedroom, I can only place orange down. If I go to place a card, and the total point value in the room, if by placing that card it makes it exceed 10, I have to put a responsibility token in that room. So say I do put that there, and then the thing is moving around. If this rolls, and it rolls to orange, the parents go in here, they see my paw print, they catch me, red loses, green is the last player left, green wins. There are cards that let you not do that. So there are special bonus cards. Each player will get 3 of these, and they all have different effects. So like this one says cancel another bonus card. Pretty simple. This one says each player, you choose anyone else and you swap all your cards with them. You or another player of your choice grabs a prank card, which are these silly ones you're trying to get rid of. Don't move the parents token, which is a really powerful card in case you lose. And you or another player skips their turn. Oh, and it's not my fault. Don't put the responsibility token down. Those are the 5 effects. So, how you play the game, to start off, you're going to shuffle these guys, the bonus cards, and each player is going to get 3. I'm just going to quickly... Then, in a 2-player game, both players are going to get 10 of these. So you shuffle these up, and then each player is going to get 10. So there we go. And then each player, basically the first player is the person who has the youngest cat. So it's never me because mine's an old man. Unless I'm playing with someone who doesn't have a cat, then you go first because they don't have a cat. So in your hand, you got your 3 bonus cards, and then you have your 10 mischievous cards. They range from the numbers 5 all the way down to 1. And again, each one can only be played in the room that matches its color. So these 2 purple ones can only be played there. So basically, I like to separate them based on room. So I'd separate them something like that. Those just go away. So that's what the hand looks like. Now what you're going to want to do is the first step. Again, there's this little card to denote what happens. Roll the dice to move them. Move the cat. Play your prank. So quite simply, red guy goes. Again, they move to there. As the first player, you can choose to put the cat in any room that's not the one that the parents are in. So I'm just going to be mean. I'm going to put it up here. Then you look at my hand. Okay. I'm going to play the 3. So you play a card in the room. That room now has 3 points in it. Then play passes to the next person. So then he goes. He sees that he's only got the 1 yellow. He's got 2 oranges. Okay, so he's got a wide variety too. So the first thing that happens is he rolls. It's blue, or it's light blue, which means that the parents move to the bathroom, and he's free to do anything he wants. So he's going to move to the bedroom and play his 3 down there. Alright, then it would go back to this guy, and basically both players alternate back and forth. It's still the shower, so they're still both in the shower for some reason. So this guy would go, he's like, you know what, I'm going to get rid of my 4. So now that's up to 7. Now he would roll. It's pink, so they go back there. So he can play this, which boosts it up to 9, which is okay. Basically, as long as this doesn't reach 10, you don't have to place a token there. So on his turn, unless he rolled orange, she rolled pink again, so they would stay there. If he wanted to play this down, if the red player wanted to play this, he would have to put a responsibility token there. And if he did that, then he risks losing the game. Because if the parents ever move to the orange room, they catch him, and then the red player loses. So he wants to not place that. So he moves up to here and places that. And then again, it just keeps going back and forth. A blank side means that the parents don't move. If they roll whatever they're in, they also don't move. So then he looks at his hand. He's like, okay, I need to get over to this side because he's got a lot of higher numbers over there. So he makes his way over to that side of the house. So then he places the yellow there. Basically, each turn you must place a prank card. If you can't, you have to put a responsibility token in the room you end in. So for example, say parents are here, green player is here. He doesn't have an orange, and he doesn't have a yellow. And he can't move here because the parents are still in there. So he could move here and place his token here, or he could stay here and place his token here. Basically, since he doesn't have the no responsibility card, which I don't think this guy has either. Nope. Basically, he wouldn't have to place it if he had this. It's not my fault. Because it says don't put the responsibility token. Since he doesn't have that, he has to put it there. Each room can only have 1 responsibility token. So, say he does that and puts it there. If the same thing happens, the parents are here, the red guy has a choice now, because these are the cards left in his hand. He can either put that down and make it exceed, or go here. If he goes there, he can't put a card, so he'd have to put his token there. If he decides to stay here and get rid of a card, his token replaces the green guy's token, and now it's his paw print that's in there. So then on green guy's turn, if he rolls orange, the red player loses. And that's basically it. The first player to get rid of all their cards wins. And that is how you play Make a Mess. Both editions, not just Holy Cat. And that is Make a Mess. So, what do I think of it? Well, when we were first setting it up, I thought it was a little silly, and the cat was kind of just a weird piece. But upon playing it, the movement of the parents is important, and some people can win or lose based on that. And since I'm not good with dice rolls, I was like, we'll see. It seems okay. But as I played it more and more, I realized that the way that the parents move is really important to how the game plays out, and your strategy will change based on that. Your special powers adds a lot of flavor to the game, and it can also change how the game works. It can change your strategy as well. And overall, I think the game is really cute. It's easy to play. It doesn't take very long, and so this is going to be getting a thumbs up. The issues that I had with it, I don't really have anymore, just based on how the games have went. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of dice rolling, but it's so minimal in the game, and it's not even the backbone of the game, really. It's just an actual mechanic that happens to be in the game. Where other people move the cat to can be a strategy depending on how the house was laid out at the start of the game. So that can change. The cards you have in your hand can eventually screw you over. And then placing your token in rooms where other people, so that you don't have to replace your opponent's token, so that you're all just on the board, is important rather than just replacing theirs, because then they have no way to lose. Sometimes there is strategy to ganging up on someone who's about to go out. Once they run out of cards, they win. So you want to try and stop them. Although we've played it a fair amount of times, and only once or twice has anyone actually won by getting rid of all their cards. Most of the time, everyone gets caught, and the last person standing who hasn't been caught yet ends up being the winner. So overall, the game gets a 7 out of 10 from me. It's a really fast-paced, easy-to-pick-up game. It's not long. The components are all pretty good. The cards are a little bit flimsy, but you can just sleeve them if you're really worried about them. Also, if you're not rough with your games, they should be fine. They're not going to crumple or anything. So overall, that's not bad. So yeah, that's going to do it for us. That was Make a Mess, the Holy Cat edition. There is the 18 plus edition if you want that. I will leave its link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching our video. For more, you can visit our channel for weekly updates or subscribe below. Thanks again.